and welcome to Turn of Speed, Mr. Savarkar. Thank you for making time for us. First of all, congratulations on the launch of the new Curvv.
Thank you.
I'd like to start off by asking you about the roadmap for diesel vehicles. You have traditionally been known for your diesel engines. What's the way forward for the new upcoming models? And considering you've also offered diesel on the Curvv today.
So diesel engines, by the way, have their own fan base, especially in the mid and high SUVs. So you'll find that people who drive these type of cars will always find the diesel as the engine of choice. So from the manufacturer point of view, so there was a time when we had thought that diesels will not survive BS6, phase 1, phase 2. But we have managed. And we have also managed to make sure that this car also drives with a passive this year. It doesn't need that. So in many ways we are able to manage the emissions. So once you are, let's say, able to manage emissions and the government also accepts it, then there is no reason not to use a diesel engine, especially because our customers also want it. So you will find that diesel engines have some more life left in them. The next time that we would like to review this will be when BS7 comes in India. But by that time, it looks as if emissions for both diesel and gasoline will be identical. They are already very close. At BS7, at least the engine emission will be identical. Other things will start being low, like particulate matter from brake or this and that. But let's say engine emission wise, it should be about the same for both.
Tell us a little bit about the engines that are on offer and also the state of tune that they are in.
So with the Curvv, we are bringing in two new ICE engines. The first being the 1.2 liter turbo GDI, gasoline direct injection, and the second one being the new 1.5 Curvv for the diesel. So like all GDI engines, this is going to be very power dense. We are using a 350 bar fuel injection system in this. Several new things are happening along with this engine. We are able to tune the engine for 125 PS and 225 Nm, but with enough headroom to get you another 25 Nm should you need. And when do you need that? So for example, if you suddenly need more acceleration for any maneuver, or when you are going very high above the sea level, you will find that normal engines will fall short of breath or tired. This, because it can pump in more air into the combustion chamber, can get you the power.
Right.
You will not feel less power. Several other things also. These days we speak of AI and ML. So those have also got enabled in this. So for example, if you are upshifting from 3rd to 4th and you are running at, let's say, 40 kilometers per hour or 50. So if you are going from 3rd to 4th, you will normally expect that the RPM required in 4th gear will be less.
Yeah.
But if you just press the clutch, your engine RPM will drop quite a bit. And then when you clutch in, you need to press the button. Kind of take charge of how the engine will do it for you.
Right.
Like it or not, you will have a job. So the way this engine software works is, it will calculate that if you are now going from 3rd to 4th and your speed is 50, it knows what engine RPM is right for you. So it will go and stop it. So by the time you clutch, declutch and reclutch, it is ready for you to be at the right RPM, and then you will not feel that.
Right. So everything on your car is going digital now. Can you tell us a little bit about the synergies that you have with your other companies at Tata? If you're using any of their technology, for instance, if you can throw some light on that, or your other partners that you may have tied up with.
In the Tata Group, for example, we have Tata Elxsi and TCS, ETL.
Right.
So all these three players are in the digital space, in different areas. So we are surely leveraging what they can do for us and what they would normally do otherwise for their other customers.
Right.
And that's what is coming into our cars and also helping us. Right. In addition, of course, there are several other players also that we work with who are normal tier ones in this space. And they also work with us for ensuring that the digital journey is moving forward. We are going closer and closer to becoming more and more digital.
What are the dominating characteristics on the new Curvv in comparison to the Nexon, for instance?
So first of all, this is a larger car. So normal customers of Nexon would be those that are entering the market for the first time. I think 60% of our Nexon customers are first time car buyers.
Right.
Whereas one expects people to buy Curvv or the 4.3 meter mid SUV cars would be those that have already had experience of owning cars or driving cars. And this may normally be the second, third or fourth car. So the people that come to us for mid SUV would be quite mature in terms of what they are looking for in the cars. And therefore cars that they want will also have to be that much more refined.
Right.
On one side. On the second side, since you spoke about Harrier,
Yeah.
so once again, like everything else in this world, so there's a certain prestige attached to the car you buy. So people who buy 4.3 and the people who buy 4.6 will be quite different. So normally someone who is in the market for a 4.6 meter car would not normally look for a 4.3. From a prestige point of view, let's say.
Right.
I mean, maybe the car does everything. It has all the tech.
Right.
If someone is looking for a 4.6, then it is 4.6.
Right. Last time when we spoke, I had asked you about what's the next big thing at Tata, and you had said Flex. Besides that, what else can we look? Because it's been almost a year since we spoke. Not a year exactly, but closer to the year. What else can we look forward to, which is like really big?
So by the way, we did speak about Flex, but it is still early stages.
Yeah.
In the sense, regulations around that, fuel availability have not changed too much since we spoke last. So that still appears to be the next thing.
Right.
The next thing in automobiles, not just for us, but for everyone, will be those that will need more convenience to the people inside the car.
Right.
Let's say connectivity is something that people are looking at big time.
Right.
Because this is something that is used by our consumers in their normal life.
Right.
And maybe for, let's say many cars, they would miss having the car at the same level of tech as their homes or their phones.
Right.
So this is
bringing that in.
So this is the space that normally people or customers would like to see tech improving to the level that they see in their phones.
Right. What you are doing in terms of making Tata cars more fun to drive?
One is, let's say, we are also getting better and better at car making or car engineering or car design. And then we are able to make the aggregates work well with each other. So for a given size of battery, how to draw the maximum range, or how to make the car more drivable, or how to make sure that the suspension matches up with the additional range.
Right.
These are things that are evolving and maturing quite well for us.
Right.
This is why you see that the cars you drive are seen as better and better.
Right.
With the Curvv, you'll see the next level. But like Anand also explained, we have managed to reduce the CG by about 60 mm. And that gives a very good feel as you're driving.
Okay, that's great. If you can tell us a little bit about who the Curvv is for, potential customer.
So it's for someone who's arrived, and then it's someone who would like to reward themselves for what they've been able to achieve, and they see this car as a trophy for them to own and enjoy, take home with them for themselves and their family. So that's the kind of person that would be the most attractive to driving the Curvv. Especially it will also be people who have travelled quite a bit and then seen this body style, coupe nature, in evolving around the world in larger SUV formats.
Right.
So most global players with big size SUVs are moving to coupe, and for them also the coupe is priced little more than the normal SUVs. So it's seen as a upmarket thing.
Right. So you have offered a lot of things on the Curvv which are available in more premium segments. How have you all managed to bring this down at this price point?
So that is Indian innovation at work. So everything that the world can do at X price point, we would want to do at a price point that Indians can afford. But then also make sure that we are not making it cheap, in the sense that it should still retain the premiumness of the experience and the touch and feel and the materials used. So it's a fine balance, but yes, it's something that we'd like to do more and more.
What are your plans for exports?
So, by the way, if you notice down the road, there are very few countries that have a positive growth in their automobile industry. India is one of them, maybe China is another. So the need for export to grow is much less. In fact, everyone else is coming into India.
Right.
As the only place where people see growth. So if and when we would like to go abroad, it will be more for proving that a Tata product can also work and survive and thrive in those markets.
Right.
But let's say that need will come a little later. So at this point of time, we would rather focus on the extremely high growing domestic market.
Great. All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.